living in the spotlight, hit that light. No cap, no filter, we take flight. Saints on the rise, got that energy. Tune in to our podcast, feel that synergy. New Orleans pride, we never fall. Subscribe to the vibes, we gon' ball. Subscribe, hit that bell, join the hype train. No cap, no filter, we breaking every chain. In the heart of the city, Saints reign supreme. Live the dream, we living it clean. Yo, King Camilla run that play. Chris Olave flying, making waves every day. Take some heels, switch it up, always on the go. Cam Jordan the fans putting on a show. Mario with time, bringing that heat. Shaheed's got the speed, can't accept defeat. Subscribe, hit that bell, join the hype train. No cap, no filter, we breaking every chain. In the heart of the city, Saints reign supreme. Live the dream, we living it clean. So stay tuned, don't miss this ride. With the Saints by our side, we take pride.
All right, what up, Who Dat Nation? This is No Cap, No Filter Saints. I'm your host, Marley G. Back at y'all another episode of No Cap, No Filter Saints. And, man, we're going to have to get into this Saints versus Browns matchup, man. The Browns, they coming into town. They coming into the Dome. They're going to have some familiar faces. Of course, Jameis Winston is going to come in the building. He knows us. We know him. Ain't got to be much film to study on him for us. We know his tendencies. And he gonna come and try to come get a revenge W, man. A lot of players, they like to make it seem like certain games ain't bigger than others, but I really think this game will be big for Jameis Winston. It'd have been even bigger if Dennis Allen was the head coach, but of course we made that move to fire Dennis Allen, which it would have made things a little bit more interesting, I would admit, but I'm glad that we did fire Dennis Allen, and we ain't gotta even see a Jameis Winston versus a Dennis Allen defense on Sunday. But before we get into the Browns game, you know, it's a lot to talk about right there. I still want to kind of touch up on the Atlanta game. I made a video talking about it, but, you know, I feel like I could go a little bit more in depth with it during this live stream, just for a few. Shit, man. The Saints did what they had to do versus Atlanta. They came in, maybe it was the interim bump, you know, but they did what they had to do, and that was to get the dub. And it's funny because Atlanta lost that game almost the same way the Saints were losing games. Like in every statistic for them to win the game, they pretty much won the statistics. You know, they lost a turnover battle. That was probably like the only statistic that they lost. But other than that, you know, they outgained us when it come to yards. They outrushed us when it come to rushing. Kirk Cousins threw for more than Derek Carr. They had damn near two wide receivers with 100 yards receiving on us. You know, damn near everything that says, oh, yeah, if you look at them numbers, you'll say, yeah, they would have won that game. But the thing that killed them was the most was that one turnover and those missed kicks. Like Young Ho, my Young Ho cool. But at least he ain't no groupie. That's what Bink said. But, yeah, man, Young Ho, he had missed like, 2-3 kicks and he had got one block. That changed the game right there, boy. And it's funny because, you know, the Saints, remember when we had lost to them? We lost because a lot had to do with special teams. You know, Rashid Shaheed, he did the muff kickoff, and shit, we made a lot of mistakes. And in every category, it says that we should have won the game, but we lost. And that was the same way the Falcons had lost to us. So I guess we'll go around, come around. Scantling, he had a pretty decent game. You know, he run very fast. He got downfield, and I think that's like the key to Clint Kubiak's sauce. You know, he need a deep threat. He need Taysom Hill, and when we get McCoy back, we'll see if he do better with his play callers. Because I ain't been impressed with Clint Kubiak play calling thus far. Like, it's one thing to have injuries and face adversity, and you could really see what your coach made of, but you know, when you do have those injuries, sometimes you can see that they could get exposed. You know, they probably lean on one thing too much more than the other. So, you know, I'm very interested to see this game with the Browns, how we gonna adjust to things when Eric McCoy back in the lineup. You know, I'm really interested to see what's going to be the game plan. You know, because Trevor Penning, he had a good game versus Atlanta, but it's going to be a different beast and a different animal. You know, having Myles Garrett across from you compared to having Caden Ellis across from you. Now, I know we said that with the Cowboys when it came to Michael Parsons, but the Cowboys had problems stopping that offense regardless. The Browns, I don't know. You know, we're going to have to see. Let me read a few comments. I'm going to put the link down below so you guys could join in. So I'm going to just talk for a little bit. We got Addison up in the building. What up, Marley? What up, Addison? Of course, Jerry G in the building. What up, OG? Jerry says, beating the Falcons made my day special. Yeah, Jerry, I wanted to win that game. You know, I've been wanting to lose so we could have a better chance at getting Dennis Allen fired. But now that Dennis Allen is gone, shoot, I don't mind seeing the Saints win. You know, like, it's a win-win situation to me, Jerry. Like, if we go and beat the Browns or other teams, cool. We can see what we got moving forward. We can see what pieces we got. But if we lose, cool. We got better draft position. But I'm on some, if they win, let the chips fall where they may. Because I don't want a quarterback this year. I want to build around, you know, and have the team right for when we do get the quarterback, he already set. Like, I want him to come into a nice situation. You know, Jalen Daniels, he's talented, but he also came into a nice situation. I want our quarterback to come into a nice situation. I don't want him to come in and feel like he got to play hero ball. You know, I want to shore up the offensive line. I definitely want to get some wide receivers. So, you know, I want our quarterback, when we do get the quarterback, to not play no hero ball. You know, that's just me. So with this draft, I feel like we can't go wrong with a lot of different positions because we need so much. You know, we need a pass rush. We need a defensive tackle to stop the run because Brian Brzee can't. We need a safety that's a ball hawking, playmaking safety. We need a linebacker. You know, we need a guard. We could use another tackle. You know, Trevor Penning been playing good, but if you got a chance to get a Will Campbell, you go get Will Campbell. I thought Trevor Penning, he playing good at right tackle, and I thought we was going to do that when we drafted him. When we drafted Trevor Penning, I thought we was going to put him at right tackle since he's so raw, and don't put him on the blind side to Derek Carr and have him facing all the premier pass rushers because usually the premier pass rushers are going to be on the left tackle side. And I thought we was going to put Ryan Ramczyk on left tackle. That's what I thought the plan was, but they ain't do that. T Dirty says, what's in my dog, no cap, big love, homie. Yeah, man. What up, T Dirty? Shouts out to T Dirty bringing us that good content. He be bringing us, having us laughing. He says Clint Kubiak got to step it up. Yeah, man. The thing about Clint Kubiak, if we get a new head coach, then we gonna get new everything. Like, he gonna bring in his offensive coordinator. He's gonna bring in his defensive coordinator. He's gonna bring in his quarterback. And with Mickey Loomis, I think Mickey Loomis gonna go the easy route, which I'm not complaining. I think he's gonna keep Rizzi. If Rizzi was to keep things up, we'll be good. Because I really feel like let's just make him the bridge coach. And if he mess around and do good like Dan Campbell, he mess around and do good like Dan Campbell. That's good because he give me Dan Campbell vibe because he's a passionate guy. He's a leader of men, but he doesn't call plays. Like, he's the special teams coordinator. He gonna call us special teams, you know. And of course, we had got that block, and we was making Young Hoku miss. So, you know, we was affecting his kicks or whatnot. But I do feel like, you know, if you get a head coach and he's a defensive play caller, or if you get a head coach and he's an offensive play caller, you're killing two birds with one stone. For example, if you get a head coach and he's an offensive-minded head coach like Ben Johnson, okay, now you ain't got to worry about looking for no offensive coordinator as much because you already have Ben Johnson calling the offense. You just got to worry about hitting on defense coordinator, and you got to worry about hitting on quarterback. Or if you go Brian Flores route and he's a defensive play caller, okay, bam, you're killing two birds with one stone. You got your head coach and you got your leader of men. And also, you got your defensive coordinator. So you ain't got to worry about finding a defensive coordinator. You just got to hit on quarterback and you got to hit on offensive coordinator. You know, so either way it go, you got to hit on something. But if you got a head coach Yes, he probably be a leader of men, but you still got to hit on offensive coordinator, defensive coordinator, and quarterback. So that's something to keep in mind. And keep in mind, Darren Rizzi, he's probably going to be paid the less out the whole NFL when it comes to head coaches. Because Mickey, according to Jeff Duncan, I believe, had a 5-year plan with Dennis Allen. And he would have still been the head coach right now for even 2 more years if Gail wouldn't have stepped in. And Dennis Allen was making about $7 million a year. I think Dennis Allen knew he wasn't no good head coach. He was just in it for the money. Like, you about to pay me $7 million and I ain't good at my job? Shit, when do I sign up? But that made me put my tinfoil hat on and get me thinking, making me raise some eyebrows. $7 million for Dennis Allen? What was he really getting the whole $7 million, or was Mickey pocketing some of that? I don't know. I just get to thinking crazy stuff, man. It just make me raise an eyebrow. It's like, damn, why'd you want to keep this man that bad? And I don't want to hear no injuries, because if Darren Rizzi start winning these games, we was losing games with Derek Carr at the helm. We lost to the Panthers. We lost to the Eagles. We lost to the Falcons. So if Darren Rizzi start winning these games, I don't want to hear no injuries, because Chris Olave is likely going to be out for the year. Rashid Shaheed is out for the year. Paulson Adebo is out for the year. We already traded Marshawn Lattimore. So if we start winning games, that whole we losing these games because of injuries, that narrative is debunked. So I don't want to hear that, because we still got a lot of guys that's not coming back. TJ Jones and Big Q touched up on it. What we was talking about, Jerry? What you had said? Let me go back. Jerry said, beating the Falcons was special, and I agree with you. And I was talking about Rizzi, and I was talking about Dennis Allen and all that. Well, yeah, I'm pretty sure. I mean, every Saints content creator gonna touch up on a lot of stuff. I mean, we all following the same thing. They just gonna get their views on it, and I'm gonna get my views. Or they touched up on Mickey Loomis. Oh well, yeah, every content creator gonna get their views up on it. Everybody just probably gonna have a different thing, a different opinion, or a different choice of words. But me personally, Mickey Loomis, I want him fired. Like me, I want Mickey Loomis fired. I want Derek Carr traded. I want Willie Green fired from the Pelicans. I want Zion Williamson traded. I want Brandon Ingram traded. Where the match at? Because I like this motherfucker right goddamn now. I like it right now. Now with the Pelicans, I probably give them a little bit more time, because once everybody start coming back, I want to see what that team could do. But I had it up the hill with Zion and Brandon Ingram. And I had it up the hill with these hamstring injuries and these soft tissue injuries. What a match at, so I can light it, because I won't burn it all down to the ground. Even the medical team, they all got to get fired too. I will say we do our best to go out and find the best candidate for head coach. Man, T Dirty, I'm riding with Rizzi. I'm standing on Rizzness. Like Merry Rizmas. We got the Rizzler. I like how he just a leader of men. He's very passionate. When Dennis Allen apologized to the Falcons, he had Dennis Allen back. It's almost like, yeah, you got a cousin. Your cousin probably be scary. He ain't about that action. But nobody else can't play with your cousin. So I like that. So we'll just have to hit on quarterback, offensive coordinator, defensive coordinator. Same thing that Dan Campbell did. They hit on Jared Goff. Jared Goff, is he elite? No, but he can help you win a ring. He ain't gonna be the reason you run the ring, but he can help you win the ring. They hit on Ben Johnson and they hit on Aaron Glenn. Now that's gonna be hard to do. Hit on an offensive coordinator, a defensive coordinator, and quarterback. That's hard. That's why I would just rather we get Ben Johnson. That way, at least we hit on the head coach and we hit on the offensive coordinator. But the thing about Ben Johnson, let's say he's a man. He might not be a leader of men. Ben Johnson might be like Dennis Allen. Yeah, you good when it comes to calling offense, but are you a leader of men? Are you competent? Do you know how to really get the logistics involved when it comes to traveling? Do you know how to hold everybody accountable? Do you have picks and chooses? are you going to have a vendetta with a player and put him on IR? Like, all that stuff play a part when it comes to head coach. That's why I can't stand when people say, oh, he a sorry head coach, but if the offense could get the ball rolling, we'll be good. No, man, if you're a head coach, you oversee everything. You got to be the one person. You got to be the person getting these dudes warmed up before practice. You got to be the one person paying attention to the details, having them with the right cleats on. You got to be the person getting them on a right sleep schedule when we go overseas and play in London. You got to be the person, if a disaster happened in New Orleans and then we got to go work out and stuff from Houston, you got to get all the logistics involved in all that and get everybody equipment. It's a lot on your plate. And when it's a lot on your plate, you might take a step back on your defense. That's probably why the defense started regressing, because there was too much on Dennis Allen's plate. Versus when the head coach is Sean Payton and the quarterback is Drew Brees, all you got to do is focus on defense. No wonder the defense looked better back then. You know? T Dirty says, shit, pay me $7 million. I'll be a bad coach in the sideline eating crawfish, asking y'all where my cup at. I'm trying to tell you, T Dirty. I'm trying to tell you. Man, I couldn't imagine another 2 years with DA. Man, look, I would have checked out. I would have checked. I don't know if I'd have been doing this YouTube channel. I don't know. If we'd have had to do another 2 years with Dennis Allen, it's only for so long I could be up in here complaining and crying and just hoping the Saints lose so Dennis Allen could get fired. It's only for so long I could do that. Because that dude, it was so hard to root for that dude. It's so hard to root for that dude. And it's almost like he just going against the fans. He going against the media, talking about, oh, I ain't gonna have no questions about the quarterback. You know, it's just so hard to root for that dude, apologizing to the Falcons. We beat the Falcons. This dude apologized to him. You just ruined all the good spirits away. We beat the Falcons with Derek Carr. He says, shouts out to Dennis Allen. Just take all the good spirits away. You just know how to ruin something, dog. You just so cringe. Say the words at the wrong time. Man, that's why he next, dog. We got to get Mickey up out of here, and we got to get Derek Carr out of here. Once them three gone, then we could get back to regular scheduled programming. I like Rizzy, but I need to see more before I say he's a final. Well, I would rather just stick with Rizzy to be that bridge guy until we have a good destination for a good head coach to come, T Dirty. Until we a better job, you know, until we have a better job opening, I don't mind getting the cap fixed, finding our quarterback, finding our offensive coordinator, finding our defensive coordinator, you know, getting everything in order, getting all our ducks in a row until, you know, we become a better destination for these head coaches. That's all I'm saying. Just like how they got bridge quarterbacks, they got bridge head coaches too. Like, I wouldn't mind him being that bridge guy. You know, I feel like I would rather him over Bill Belichick. Belichick 72. I wouldn't want Belichick to come up in here and be trying to, you know, connect with these young players like Kool-Aid and Kendre Miller and all that. It's a certain type of coach who need to connect with these guys. And I don't want no Belichick to come up in here and do that. I don't want no defensive minded head coach. I want an offensive minded head coach, me personally. Now, whether you defensive minded or offensive minded, you still gonna need the quarterback, and you still gonna need to have leadership over men. You know, but me personally, I would rather the offensive mind. Like I just want somebody, because I just feel like good offense gonna beat good defense every time. So I would rather a good offensive minded head coach. Now, out them offensive minded head coach, who they got out there? They got Ben Johnson out there. I don't think he's coming to us. I really feel like he's trying to go to a destination that's he gonna already have his pick of the litter when it comes to quarterback, or he's gonna have a good veteran, you know, young quarterback to his liking. You know, he's gonna have a salary cap situation that's not hell looking like ours. He's gonna have a lot of say so when it comes to being a head coach. Like, I think he's gonna want more power than Mickey Loomis might be trying to give him. Put it like that. You know, and I think that's why Sean left, because he was at odds with Mickey Loomis. You know, Sean wanted things to go his way. Mickey Loomis wanted things to go his way. So eventually they had split. And that's another thing. It ain't just Mickey Loomis. It's Jeff Ireland with the drafts. It's Dennis Lauscher not holding Mickey Loomis accountable. Like, it's all that. It's all that. We can't come out next year with Carr behind center, or it's going to be the same shit. Well, that's the thing. Carr, next year, we'll have an out at the next year, unless we just eat the money. Now, we can eat the money. Denver ate the money. Denver ate the money with Russell Wilson. They doing pretty good right now. We can eat the money like Philly. They ate the money with Carson Wentz. Y'all won't eat the money? We can eat the money and just cut him. He got a no trade clause, so we can't just trade him to whoever. We can eat the money. But we already in cap hell. Add to it and blow it all up in 1 year. But I don't mind us keeping Carr for next year, and him just being a starter, being that bridge guy. Got Rizzy out there, and we probably let's just say we draft a Cam Ward, and Cam Ward just sit for a year. Or let's say we don't draft Cam Ward, and we got Jake Hader and Rattler behind him for another year. And then that next year, then we go get our quarterback. I wouldn't mind either one of them routes. But even if we was to get a rookie, I don't want our rookie to come right on in and starting fresh out the gate. I want him to sit a year, chill, learn the offense, and then when it's his time to come in, he already know the offense, he already know the players, and he could just come in and just thrive. That's why I like how well Atlanta did. They went and got Kirk Cousins. Kirk Cousins is going to do his thing for like a year, and then next year he probably going to play like half the season, and Michael Pittman's era going to start. He going to already have Tyler Algier at his disposal. He already going to have Bijan at his disposal, Drake London, Darryl Mooney, and they're going to get Rondale Moore, and they're going to have Kyle Pitts. That's a good succession plan to me. That's what I wanted us to do. But, they did it. And the good thing about Michael Penix, if this Kirk Cousins and Raheem Morris thing don't work out, okay, they could just fire Raheem Morris, get another head coach, and then that other head coach going to start that era with Penix. The only thing about that is probably going to need another offensive coordinator. Now Penix going to have to learn a new offense. But even if they keep Raheem Morris, which I think they is, because they're going to go to the playoffs. So if they keep Raheem Morris, then bam. They're going to just, if that offensive coordinator don't get no head coaching opportunities, then he could just stay there, Penix will know the offense, and they just pick up where they left off, but they have a more younger, dynamic quarterback. But back to this Atlanta game before I get to this Browns game. The Atlanta game, yeah, man, I feel like they lost a lot they had a Dennis Allen type of loss, the way they lost to us. Statistically wise, you would think they would have won that game, but by them missing all them kicks, they lost. They missed a lot of clutch kicks that would have probably swung the game in a different direction, but, they couldn't capitalize. Kirk Cousins threw a costly pick late in the game, and Chase Young, he finally made a play. The biggest play he made for us all year. That sack fumble that he got, that knocked him out of field goal range. Peyton Turner, he was playing a pretty good game all game. Trevor Penning, he was on the up and up. And truth be told, Atlanta, if they would have kept running with Bijan, we probably would have lost. Bijan was eating. But they just want to put the ball in Kirk Cousins' hands so much. I don't know why offensive coordinators do that. I be thinking Clint be doing that sometimes. Like if the run working, keep running the ball until they can show they stop it. But yeah, man. We got some good DBs too. Like that. I think his name Gene Charles or something like that. He is pretty good. Ugo Amadi, he played a pretty good game. Now Alontae Taylor, if you want to be that number one guy, now we ain't got a Debo no more. We ain't got Sean. As soon as they gone, you was kind of getting beat out there. But if you want to be that number one, you got to come with a better game next week, buddy, against Jameis Winston. You got to come with a better game. Just win your best game, but, I'll cut you some slack. And Carl Granderson, he was a no-show. Like, we need a pass rush. I said this before the season started. I said, yeah, man, we got Carl Granderson, we got Chase Young, we got Brian Brzee, but I don't know if that pass rush is going to be like everything everybody making it seem to be. Now, one thing I can say about the Browns, their offensive line gives up a lot of sacks. I think a lot of that was due to Deshaun Watson being so trash. It was getting a lot of sex on Deshaun Watson. It was probably getting a lot of sex on Jameis Winston. Now we know Jameis Winston, he have a hard time with the blitz. He good in the red zone though, so if they get to the red zone, they probably score on us a lot. And they match up good with us. Like a lot of the stuff that we struggle in, they got it. I mean, if you call Jameis Winston mobile, he's mobile. He could get 10 yards for a first down with his legs. They got a good running back. They got a good tight end. They could score in the red zone. Shoot, they got that pass rush. I mean, shit, they got playmakers all over the defense. But we gonna see. Yeah, I'm cool on old Bill. His teeth might fall out trying to call a timeout. He might fall asleep on the sideline, wake up, old Bill. Yeah, man. Bill Belichick, man, I think at this point he just need to be some type of team consultant or something. But I don't know. Bill Belichick, he do pretty good on TV. Like every time I see him on TV, he has some good commentary on when he breaking down some shit. So Bill out of date. If Rizzy don't get the job, then go get a young offensive-minded head coach. I'm with that, Addison. But I'm going to go ahead and put the link down in the chat, man. I've been talking. I'd like to hear from y'all, man. If y'all want to come up in here and run it with me real quick, I'm going to put the link down there in the chat. If anybody want to come talk. We got Lou Too Smooth on here, boy. I know Lou going through it, boy. Lou was talking about we was going to win the Super Bowl and stuff after 2 weeks. I said, man, pump your brakes. We ain't going to know who teams – or who into about week 8 to week 9, week 10. We ain't gonna know who's who. Now look what that happened. The Eagles, you would have thought the Eagles would miss the playoffs. Now they've been on the win streak, quiet as kept. Saints, they have lost 7 in a row. Finally won our next one at the Dennis Allen fight. And Luke, you didn't went to New Orleans to go see that game with Sean Payton, boy. You didn't spend your money on that ticket, went travel to watch a Dennis Allen-led Saints team. And they lost, boy. Ooh, boy. I hate to be you. I was in my own city and I went to go see a Dennis Adams team and I was mad. And they lost. So just imagine if I'd have played a plane ticket. Oof. All right. Baloo says, what about Jake Browning? What about getting Jake Browning from Cincy or Malik Willis from Green Bay instead of drafting a quarterback? Hell no. Why would we do that when we already got Jake Haney and we got Spence Rattler? We got Elite Goods up in the building. Shouts out to Elite Goods. But yeah, man, I got the link in the chat right now. If anybody want to come on, y'all welcome to come on and come talk with me. If you're liking the content, go ahead on and hit like. If you ain't subscribed and you've been watching the content, go ahead on and hit subscribe. It helped out the channel. Shoot. Let me see. We got Elite Goods said, bless up. What up, Elite Goods? But yeah, man, they got the link in the chat. If anybody want to come chat with your boy, hit the link. We could go ahead on and talk some Saints. Tell me what y'all think about this Browns matchup with us. Let's go ahead on and look up some of the stats with the Browns real quick, man. Let's go ahead on and see where they rank in a lot of categories. The Cleveland Browns standings. Okay. All right, so the Browns are 2-7. Okay. Well, we got Lou in the building.
No cap, bro. Why you say no to Malik Willis like that, bro?
Man, first of all, why would they give up a good backup? Like if they got a good backup, you think they ain't gonna hold on to him?
It's a backup at the end of the day. They already got their franchise quarterback. He's super young.
Yeah, it's a backup. You seen what happened when they franchise quarterback had got down. He kept them afloat. That's rare in this league right now. You got to keep that when you got it.
Okay, but we kept Teddy Bridgewater after he did that for Drew, and it didn't end up good. So just because a guy comes in for a couple games does not mean he can do it for a whole season. We personally.
Well, with Teddy Bridgewater, he left to go get a starting job. I don't think Malik Willis is going to get a starting job after just starting those 2-3 games. Like Teddy Bridgewater went 5-0 with us. That's
Tyler Huntley got a starting job after only starting like what 4, 5. I don't think he started that many games. Tyler Huntley on the
Who
Ravens.
Tyler Hardy starting for? Please tell me.
The Dolphins literally signed him in the midseason.
He didn't start.
He played this. He started.
He started because somebody got hurt. He started because Tua got hurt.
Okay, but they went out their way to go sign a backup quarterback. That's what I'm saying.
A backup. But I'm saying though, Teddy Bridgewater, when he went to the Panthers, I believe, they signed him as the starter out the gate just because he won those 5 games. But this is all I'm saying. I ain't really worried about a Malik Willis or Jake Browning. We already got Jake Hayner. We already got Spence Rattler. Like, I'm not really worried about, none of them guys going to be the future likely. So, I mean, I ain't just out on Spence Rattler just yet. Like, I really feel like Spence Rattler, he just really got thrown in at a bad time. Like, he got thrown into the fire. Like, Dennis Allen was still a head coach. We didn't have Eric McCoy. I don't think he played with Sheed and Olave at the same time.
That is all very important.
He just got thrown into the fire. Mind you, he was going against a good defense with the Broncos. He went against a good defense with the Chargers. The Bucs was hot when we played them. Plus, on top of that, they started giving up against the Bucs when we played them, which is why they got 51. So he just got thrown into the fire at a bad time with us.
Man.
What up, Jerry?
What's going on, gentlemen?
Jerry.
Got Lou up in here. He's talking
What up,
about,
Lou?
What's up, Jerry?
What's happening?
Yeah. So, what guy you looking for as far as a quarterback in the draft, though, Lou? Like, it can't just be Malik Willis and Jake Browning you looking at.
No, of course not. If we talking about this draft coming up, I honestly, because I don't think we're gonna be the. Well, let me not even get airy again. We might just be the number 1 pick, but if we do end up being able to just pick whichever quarterback, I just had a choice. Oh my gosh, I don't really want to even pick a quarterback this year, but I would if I had to, I would say Shedeur over Cam.
I don't think Shedeur coming here. Me personally, I think
I don't see Shedeur coming over here as well.
We already got the 9th pick now. Like, we got you know how many teams are ass right now? So many teams only won 2 games. So many. Like, we got the 9th pick, and think about this: the Panthers got the 10th pick. That's crazy.
But they beat us. I don't know.
But I'm saying that's how crazy the league is right now. The Panthers got the 10th pick, the 10th, not the first, not the second.
And they recently beat us.
Yeah, like that's how it got so many bottom teams in the league. So many teams only won 2-3 games.
Exactly.
What pick is the Patriots at now? Because they just beat the Bears. They had to have moved up.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. All I know,
over in
last time I
Germany.
seen, I think we had the 8th pick, and last time I seen, I think they had the 9th pick. I mean, the 10th pick. It was something like that.
But like you said, no cap, we low-key are in a win-win. Because if we lose to the Browns, that almost damn near guarantees us a top 5. I mean, bro, dude, we have to get in that top 5 threshold. If we lose to the Browns, we got to lose out. If we're not good enough to beat the Browns, lose.
So you want to win or lose against the Browns?
Do I want to win? I want to win. Oh no, I want to win. I want to win out. If we can win out the rest of the season, I want to win out.
Sure, I want to win. You know me, I want to win.
Yeah, that's a fact.
But I do.
So y'all wouldn't want to lose at a possible Shedeur Sanders, and our franchise could change just like how the Commander franchise changed with Jaden Daniels?
I don't think Shedeur is going to change. I don't think Shedeur is going to change the franchise unless Deion come with him. I don't think Shedeur is going to change the franchise by itself.
You won't want that possibility, Jerry?
What's that?
You won't want that possibility of losing out and getting a possible Shedeur Sanders, and our franchise could change it like the Commanders franchise changed?
I really don't see it. I mean, right now, because you got to think about this. Next year, if whoever gets Shedeur, they probably going to get that. They probably going to get Shedeur before we do. And you say we number 9 in the draft for next year?
Yeah, I think as of right now.
I don't see it. I really don't see it right now.
Well, I'm on some let the chips fall where they may. Like, if we win, cool. We gonna see what we got to build with. If we lose, cool. We get a good draft position. I mean, me personally, I don't want no quarterback this year. I just don't. Like,
Yeah,
I don't think we're gonna get Shadur, and I'm not
I don't see it either.
So I don't really want no, and I damn sure don't want no Carson Beck or no Quinn Ewers and none of that.
No.
You take a tackle.
Like I wouldn't mind waiting for Arch Manning. That's what
I wouldn't mind. I'll take an offensive tackle too.
You would take a lineman. You know how we do with the lineman though in the
lineman,
first round. Jerry.
right tackle, left tackle. It don't matter to me.
I want Will Campbell. That's what I want.
Yeah,
ain't that his name? The one from LSU.
I think so.
Probably getting his name wrong.
It says Will Campbell is projected to go 8th to the Jets.
I do have a question, Molly.
What's up?
I mean, I was listening to a short. Shout out to St. John Butler. We already know we're playing the Browns Sunday, and he asked who you think gonna get the loudest reception or standing ovation, Jameis with the Browns or Carr with the Saints? Because remember the last time Winston was here and he was supposed to take a knee, but ended up handing the ball to Jamal Williams for a touchdown to beat Atlanta.
Well, when we play the Browns, this is going to be the Derek Carr and Jameis Winston stand Super Bowl. This is going to be for all the bragging rights right here. Because you got the Jameis Winston stands who going to maximize everything that he do good and minimize everything he do bad. And you got the Derek Carr stands who going to maximize everything he do good and minimize every do bad. And everything one person maximize for one team, they're going to try to counter that with what the other dude maximize with. I mean, they're going to try to counter that with whatever the opposite people maximize what their guy with. So it's gonna be the Jameis Winston Derek Carr Super Bowl, man. It's gonna be a lot of interesting stuff this game, bro. It's gonna be a lot of why did he do that type of plays, and it's gonna be a lot of wild type of plays
from both sides.
Yeah, so expect a crazy wacky game.
Well, you ain't lying about that, but I do want to touch up on something because I'm still laughing, and I know Lou can agree, and you can agree as well, and everyone in the chat. Doesn't it feel good to finally get a win this past Sunday against your hated rival that you so hate the most in the Atlanta Falcons? I mean, doesn't that make it feel good? Make it feel. I mean, because I was hearing all kinds of talk from all Falcon fans. Oh, we gonna have our brooms. We gonna sweep y'all. We on top of the division. Yeah, but what happened? Your beloved kicker in the name of Young Hoku missed not one, not two, but 3 field goals. And they always call Young Hoku the Saints killer. But this past Sunday, he was the Saints savior because he missed 3 field goals. And he was supposed to be like the kill switch to the Saints.
You saw what Colin Saunders said? My young Hoku, she ain't groupie.
And I said, cool that. MVP. Yeah, but dude, no disrespect to the other teams, like I mentioned before, but when you beat your hated rival, especially the Atlanta Falcons, who we so hate the most, it just make you feel good. It just make you feel brand new after beating your opponent. They talk all they noise over there about we on top of the division. Oh, we got the best record and all that. I get it. But always remember this. And I didn't get a chance to say it on the other one, but I'm going to say this right here. Never forget, we may be in the bottom of the division or third or whatever, but always remember this. Whatever happens on the bottom, no matter how good your record is on the top, the Saints always come out on top. And those jokers over there were supposed to go undefeated in the division. But Saints say, in the words of Lee Corso, not so fast, my friend. You came into our house and we beat y'all. Plain and simple.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I think the winner was favored by 3 points that game, and they missed all them field goals, and
All three of them.
Alvin Kamara missed that easy touchdown. So we
Oh,
put my 10-4 hat on. I'm like, man,
dude.
is making calls? Like, is they rigging something right now?
Molly, let me tell you something. When Carr threw that pass to Kamara, part of me was like, okay, it should not be. That should be an easy catch. That would have been the dagger right there in that game. But hey,
AK playing through so many injuries, so I'm gonna let that one go. But that broke my heart for a sec because I just knew.
Yeah, I mean, that was not hard to catch and just go.
Vegas made that call, but
I do have a question. What you think about MVS in that game, bruh?
Shit, I think he did what he could have been doing the week before. He could have did that in the Panthers game, but dumbass Dennis Allen ain't have him activated.
And that's the reason why that man is still out of. Oh, and which leads me to another segment right here. What was Derek Carr really thinking after that game, bruh?
Man,
you simply forgot that Dennis Allen is no longer here. Now you got Darren Rizzi as your interim head coach, and you want to give a shout out to Dennis Allen from all the pain we went through these 7 weeks. These last 7 weeks since we started 2-0. Think about that.
He just got a bad PR. Like him and Dennis Allen just don't know how to say the right stuff, bro.
I call Derek Carr Dennis Allen Jr. because you might as well call Dennis Allen Senior because I know they used to be back with the Raiders. I know, but why you got to get a shout out to the dude and he's not here anymore? Think about that.
Two losers like to be around each other, bro.
Dude, that's the sad part, bro. That's a very sad part, bro.
Let me ask you this, Jerry, because I know you're a huge Jameis Winston fan. How would you like to see this game Sunday play out? Like, what would be your perfect outcome of the game?
Oh my goodness!
I know you're a huge Jameis Winston fan.
Well,
is he from Mississippi, right?
No, he's from Alabama.
Oh, okay.
He's from Alabama. But I know he played at Florida State and won a championship there. I know. Now, when Jameis Winston was playing for us, my thought in my mind, I thought he was going to be our QB1 and not Derek Carr. That's what was on my mind. But we already know how that happened, so I ain't even gonna go there. I mean, what's in the past is in the past. I mean, I'm ready for Sunday.
You think he's gonna be able to have a good game against the Saints defense?
Hopefully. I mean, because he know, like somebody said, he know that Saints defense very well. So I wish him nothing but the best. But Sunday.
Then they're gonna blitz him a lot.
Probably.
Because what about you? How you feel about the
match? Yeah, they know Jameis like a book.
How you feeling about the matchups versus the Browns Sunday, Lou?
I'm a Jameis fan, but I'm definitely a Saints fan first. Like it'll be cool to see him and Derek Carr have a little shootout. That'd be my favorite outcome if it's like a 35-32 game or something like that, like a shootout between them. But knowing them, it's gonna be a 2-pick game from each side. It's gonna be youngster.
I hear you, youngster.
It's gonna be, man. It's gonna just be like you said, a roller coaster. It's gonna just be ups and downs from both sides. And honestly, but you know what I think? I think our coach now, it's like you remember those. It was always those games where it was a 1 point or a 1 possession game. We could never win. But our first time we had it with Rizzi, we win. So I'm hoping this is our new thing now. We're going to always pull these kind of games out. And hopefully, I think this is going to be one of those games we got to pull out. Derek Carr better come up, bro. He better show up, bro.
And even if we win the game Sunday, please don't mention that dude's name no more. Please.
Yeah, weird. That was weird.
Please. I just don't want to hear that name again. Please.
But I'm gonna be honest. You know what was scary, bro?
What's
Alante
that?
was getting cut up. Alante was getting cut up, bro.
Mm-hmm.
He wasn't. He made a couple of good plays, but he had some PIs. He was getting burned by Mooney and stuff. It was some plays where it was like he's just not all the way comfortable yet playing that outside, and it's like, oh my gosh, bro. Like hopefully Kool-Aid come back, but I don't know, bro.
Man, dude, when I was looking at that game Sunday, I mean the Saint defense was just getting burnt out there. I'm talking about. I mean, not just in the passing play, but in the run game too. And they were. I know they were struggling, but then they woke up like around mid part of the fourth quarter. They finally woke up.
Yeah, they lucky they was stop giving the ball to Bijan. Bijan top 5 in the league right now when it comes to rush yards.
Mm-hmm.
Right? He literally top 5, and he'll probably be higher than that if the offensive coordinator get a ball to him more. But they just be too pass happy trying to put the ball in Kirk's hands for some reason. I don't know why, but I think they bread and butter is running the ball. But yeah, man, we got Nick Chubb next week though, so there's gonna be another monster to deal with too. And down that they got Njoku, they tight end. He a beast. He better than Kyle Pitts. So
this is terrible.
It's gonna be a tough match. I think it's gonna be a very exciting game. Like, it just so many layers that you got something interesting to look forward to. You got the Derek Carr versus Jameis Winston. You got Jameis Winston coming back to town. You got Clint gonna get Eric McCoy back. You got you got Kendra Miller. He might see the field because I think Rizzy been trying to get him back to playing and get him off of this IR thing because apparently Dennis Allen had him on IR when the man went. So I think Rico Payton gonna be back. I think Kool-Aid gonna be back. You got a lot of interesting things to look forward to, man. I'm very excited for this game. I'm very interested to see how we could have this game. Like, I don't really care if we win or lose. I really feel like we're in a win-win situation. But I just want to see what pieces that's going to be a part of this team moving forward. I want to see how Trevor Penning gonna have, hold his own against a Myles Garrett compared to
they say he did all right on Sunday.
Yeah, he did pretty good. Like, that probably was his best game of the season. So
I think so. But you did touch up on one because that was one of the key centers that we missed, and he's finally coming back in Eric McCoy. I mean, that would be great if that happened.
Yeah.
But I was hearing news from left and right saying,
They waived McGovern, so that should tell you.
Yeah, I heard about that.
It should tell you McCoy should be back.
Yeah. And I would listen to his interview earlier. He said, I miss these guys, man. And it just don't feel the same without being with your players, and if you're being out for several weeks with an injury. I mean, it just feels good being back. And I agree with him. Because if you've been on the sideline for like 5 or 6 weeks with an injury that you had, and then you coming back stronger, and you recently had surgery, I know you got to be feeling good to get back out there with your boys and everybody on that field. I know everybody was thrilled about that.
Yeah, and he could get back to making the calls because while he was out with Derek Carr,
that's like our captain right there, bro.
Yeah, Derek Carr probably had to do a lot of the stuff all Clint Kubiak, but when he was in the lineup, Derek Carr ain't had to worry about making the calls and calling out certain protections and sliding certain protections in certain ways and stuff. So, he's going to relieve a lot. He's going to relieve a lot when he come back down. The only thing is still no Shaheed, still no Olave. But I think that, Scantling, he could pretty much do the Shaheed role. And as far as the Olave role go, I don't think nobody could do that. But that Kevin Walsh Jr. guy, shoot, this dude was just
Austin Jr.
NFL, I think, and he just caught his first NFL pass that game. So we got.
What about that other wide receiver that they're using now? What's his name? Mason Timpton.
Did he do something that game? I don't really remember. I do remember Kevin Walsh. I remember Kevin Walsh Jr. I remember Scantling.
You mean Kevin Austin Jr.?
Kevin Austin Jr. I don't know what I was thinking about.
That's all right.
Kevin Austin Jr. How many passes Tipton had?
Ooh, I don't know. How many do you think he had, youngster?
We could look up the stats right now.
Honestly, he was definitely like somehow one of Carr's favorite targets, but I don't know. I'm still kind of mad on why our tight ends like Jawan and Troutman or Moreau or somebody.
Yeah, he didn't have a catch, Jerry.
Oh, you didn't have no catch?
Yeah, Pettis had a catch, and
yeah, I heard about that one.
And that was it as far as the receivers go. Everybody else was a tight end or a running back. So he did okay. Like outside them two bombs to Scantling, Derek Carr didn't really do much. I mean, you got to think about it. In that game, we scored a lot of our points in the second quarter. We scored twice in the second quarter, and we just got two other field goals here and there throughout the game.
I'll be honest, we didn't play good. We didn't play good.
Yeah, like we just played good in that red zone. We kept Kirk Cousins from throwing a touchdown. Like he didn't throw a touchdown on us all season. So 8 quarters he didn't throw a touchdown. But they was moving the ball upfield. Like I say, Kirk Cousins, he threw for 306 yards. Bijan ran for 116. Tyler Algier ran for 60. Drake London had 97 yards. And Daryl Morey had 96 yards.
And I mean, and all those stats you just said right there, dude. And that's exactly what I'm talking about. They got burnt out there by that Falcon offense, up and down the field.
That's why I say they lost that game like how we was losing games. Like in all these statistics, you would think they would win, but they found the way to lose. And the way they lost, the missed field goals and that damn turnover.
Yep.
And that sack by Chase Young at the end knocked him out of field goal range.
Oh yes, he finally did it.
That was big. I still don't want to resign that motherfucker. I don't care.
But hey, at least he sacked Cousins. So I'll take it.
Yeah, if he looking for a big payday, he got another thing coming. He better go somewhere else with that. We just gotta go find us a pass rusher, bro. Like we need a middle linebacker too. Sure.
Let me clear all this up, Molly. The Saints need the works.
Yeah, we need a lot, bro. We need a
whole lot of work.
Safety.
Bro.
Especially on wide receivers too. With Shaheed being out and Olave being out for the rest of the season, you need some. You just need to get some receivers to.
Do you think Olave is coming back?
I mean, I don't see why.
how long is he? How long is he out? I mean,
he on IR right now, but they
I'm saying come back next year.
Oh, next year.
Oh, well, according to his brother was saying he don't really want him playing with Derek Carr.
Shit, who do? But I heard that. Is this his contract year, or he got one more year?
When we drafted him,
we drafted him in 20.
We drafted him 2.5 seasons ago.
Or
about either 21 or 22.
So he got the 5th round. He got the 5th year option.
21. Hold on.
Because I was heard he might want to get like
21. Number one to me. Because even if you got the skills, we still can't depend on you because you might get these concussions.
So if he want number one money, we let him go.
He ain't gonna have the numbers for number one money. He gonna have these 1,000 yards, but you still ain't gonna have those numbers in that top 5, top 10 range. You ain't gonna get no payday like a Jamar Chase. So
what if he want like $20 million a year?
Man, we're gonna have to look at Devontae Smith contract off the Eagles. We're gonna have to look at something like that. Shouts out to that boy Ugo Amadi, man. That man had 9 tackles that game. Got Gene Charles, he played a pretty good game. We got Will Harris, he came back into the lineup. He did all right. You know,
Will Harris.
Willie Gay,
He
I
got
feel
that
like
big hit, huh?
he could have did better. Like Willie Gay, he ain't really been doing much like I thought he was this season. Like how we got Bink. I thought Bink was gonna do way more than what he did last year. And Willie Gay, everybody like Willie Gay. He ain't been really living up to the hype to me this year.
Facts. He ain't really been doing shit.
You know,
All them mobile quarterbacks I thought was gonna be what's it called?
containing.
Immobilized, contained.
Yeah.
Okay, this
Man.
is 3rd year. Okay. Yeah, so it was 2021 when he got drafted because I'm looking at the info on Olave.
First round.
Yeah. It was
Round option, but either
yeah,
way,
he was number 11 in the 21 draft because I remember.
yeah. And when you're a top 10 pick, I think you could get more money when you get that second contract too.
Because I remember that trade because remember Washington was supposed to get be number 11, but they traded their pick to New Orleans so they could get Olave.
Yeah, they got a haul too for Olave, and none of them players playing with them team no more. I don't think. But I don't think Olave is number 1, man. Like even if he got the skills, you still can't count on him and depend on him. Just like Zion Williamson. Yeah, Zion Williamson got the skills, but you can't count on him and depend on him to be healthy to really take your team far. Like I want to get a big mobile, not a big mobile, but a big physical receiver, man. Like I really think Olave could be our Devontae Smith. We need to go find us an AJ Brown. Like I really think that.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Facts.
But let me do Rashisha. He was supposed to be our Devontae Smith.
Well, I don't think Rashisha, he got that route running like that, you know.
I think Devontae Smith, obviously he signed now, but I think even he could be a wide receiver 1 if he was on the Saints. Like, it's just, I don't know. Like, Olave is a great receiver. Like, he is great, but it's just, like you said, like, it's something like, it's almost like an arrogance wide receiver 1 has to have. Like, it's like you got to have, like, a certain type of mindset to be a wide receiver 1.
I mean, you gotta necessarily have that. I mean, Marcus Colston ain't have that, and he was a wide receiver 1.
No, Marcus Colston, even though he didn't vocally probably demand the ball, Drew knew you got to get Colston the ball. Colston was one of the best.
Well, that was Drew.
Yeah.
This is Derek Carr. And that's another thing with Olave. He ain't have a good shake when it comes to quarterbacks.
That's
like
true.
a lot of these quarterbacks, they got hurt on them and stuff. So
Yeah.
the only good thing about Olave, he got them 1,000 yards, but it don't like he gonna get it this season. So
He's a great receiver, and everybody sees that. So he gonna get paid. I feel like, but
and even when he was out there, like you know, Clint Kubiak, for some reason he wasn't the number 1 target.
like it was some games he'll go ghost, but it was some games he'll be like that Cowboys game. He was cool. He was cool in that Cowboys game.
But I don't know. In some of them metrics, it was saying that he was getting separation by a certain amount of yards, and he was like leading the league in that. But he ain't getting the targets. And he ain't getting the targets because he's not the first read. So
Right.
I don't
That's
know.
coaching or that's Derek Carr, but
oh yeah, but then that's another reason. Like you say, man, sometimes you gotta demand the ball, bro. Sometimes you gotta have that arrogance, like
yeah, sometimes you do gotta be vocal.
and want to be a focal point of the offense, and that's why we traded Brandon Cooks because you know we got Mike Thomas, he started doing good, and Brandon Cooks started to take a back seat in the role of the offense, and he demanded a trade.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know who Brandon Cooks thought he was. He is a good receiver, but
Well, he is a good receiver. Like after he got traded to us, he went to like about four different teams and had 1,000 yards back to back.
sure, but he's not better than Prime MT at all.
Well, a lot of people not.
Nah.
For him to be wanting to demand the ball with Prime MT on the team.
Well, at the time we didn't know. At that time, he didn't know MT was going to turn into who he turned into. Shit.
Right? I mean, damn, like
Yeah.
Me personally, I just don't like them little small wide receivers, bro. I really don't. Like if you a small wide receiver, it'll take a lot to impress me. Like a lot of people can't be no Antonio Brown or no Steve Smith. You know,
Like Tyreek and Waddle, two small receivers. They pretty cool.
Like if you got a small receiver, you gotta have something else going for you to make up for that. Like you gotta have a real good run game, or you gotta have a quarterback that's playing on an MVP type of level, and he gotta be mobile. Like when Cam Newton had Ted Ginn and he had
D. Smith,
Philly Brown. Now I'm talking about when they went to the Super Bowl against the Browns. Like he had Philly Brown and he had Ted Ginn that year. Two small wide receivers, but they was fast. But just because they had a good defense and Cam Newton could be mobile, he could just get him the ball. The Ravens, they got Zay Flowers. But shit, Lamar Jackson, MVP type of quarterback, he's mobile. He can still get Zay Flowers the ball. And they got a good defense and they got a good run game. So if you ain't really got that, like that stuff gonna be hard to just do when you just had that number one wide receiver being that small.
What about Atlanta? They got some small receivers, but they kind of make it work a little bit.
But they still got the compliment. Like Drake London is big. He's a big target. Like Drake London, he the dude going across the middle, going on them hitman missions. Yeah. Ramona, he's the guy who's, he's going over the top, or they using him in different things. But those hitman balls, like when they just need a first down, they go to Drake London.
Man, I ain't gonna lie, bro. I'm scared, bro. What do we do from here, man? Honestly, bro.
They got a lot of people who feel like as long as Mickey Loomis at the top, we ain't going anywhere because he's going to hire another head coach.
Would it be great if this man stepped down as general manager? Wouldn't it be great if that happened? Because I know TJ and Big Q touched on it on their stream earlier about that. I mean, and shout out to T Dirty that was in the chat earlier. He and I all agree on the same thing. We want Mickey gone too, bruh. Because if you listen to some of his interviews that he did, I don't care if it's on WWL or wherever. If you listen to one of his meetings or whatever, part of you was like, man, this dude really don't care about the Who Dat Nation. He need to go. And Molly, I agree. Because everybody's fed up with this dude, bruh. I know you are. I know Lou is, me, everybody. They want this man gone. Let somebody else be the general manager and not him. I don't care what role he plays. Get him out of here and let somebody else do it.
It's a lot. Like, you got to think about it. This dude going to be overseer of what we doing with the draft. He's going to be overseer of how we handling the cap. He's going to be overseer of how we handle Derek Carr. He's going to be overseer of with the next coach we pick. Like, damn that anything us going forward, for better or worse, he going to have his hand in it. And I don't trust him with him.
That's the bad part, bro.
So it's like where you get hope. Where you get hope. The only hope is if we just hit on another Drew Brees, Sean Payton situation. That's our only hope.
Exactly.
And the only reason we got a Sean Payton and Drew Brees was because Drew Brees ain't get the he wanted to go somewhere. He didn't get the Dolphins job, and Sean Payton, he didn't get the Green Bay job. So we kind of looked into that. Had Sean Payton went to Green Bay or had Drew Brees go to the Dolphins, we wouldn't have had the same type of success we had. So we kind of looked into both of them.
And that's what we need right now. Some goddamn luck, man. That's what we need right now.
Yo.
Just how Brock Purdy failed to the Niners, or
because Drew Brees and Sean Payton,
brother, you ain't even lying, bro.
They covered up the imperfections of Mickey Loomis doing all this bad stuff.
Of everything. They covered up everything, bro.
So the cap, it didn't matter. The drafting, it didn't matter. You got Sean Payton and you got Drew Brees. When you got a good head coach and a good quarterback, that's gonna cover up all that bad stuff that Mickey Loomis been doing.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Look, but you know what? Even though we recently beat the Falcons, not that I care much about the Broncos because they beat us, but it would do my heart so good. Because not only we know the Falcons very well, but Sean Payton do too. And I would love nothing more than to see the Broncos beat the Falcons Sunday in Denver.
I can see that.
Yeah.
I can see that.
Because remember, then I had a flashback. Because remember, those two teams met in the Super Bowl back in '98, and I didn't know anything about it because I think that was before the newly improved NFC South was debuted. Because these two met in the Super Bowl, and Denver just beat the brakes off of them. And I didn't understand what it was. I know I heard the history about New Orleans and Atlanta over the years. I heard about it, the history of it. But it just, them losing the Super Bowl to them, I mean, every Saints fan know, because this was back in the old NFC West before the NFC South. Because you had the Saints, you had the Falcons, you had the 49ers, and you had the Rams. And that's old school. Before that was before Carolina came into the scene.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why the NFC South is what it is now.
So if we beat the Broncos and the Falcons lose to if we beat the Browns and the Falcons lose to the Broncos, we'll be 2 games back.
I think so.
Yep. And you know what's crazy? I really think the Falcons gonna choke this. I think the Buccaneers might end up.
I ain't gonna lie. Look at the Falcons' schedule. The Bucs got a hard schedule.
And the Buccaneers got an easy one. That's what I'm saying. Like, I think they might actually.
We could keep up with it. If we win, we could keep up with the Buccaneers, and we play the Buccaneers the last game of the year. So I wouldn't worry about the Buccaneers. Worry about the Falcons.
Trust me, the Falcons. I don't think they might not win.
Look at this. Look at this. They play the Broncos next. That's gonna be hard. Sean Payton got their number. I think they're gonna lose.
Really?
They play the Chargers. Now I ain't gonna lie. That's gonna be a pretty even game. But I think the Chargers could win that game because I think the Chargers defense is better than theirs.
Where are these games? Where are they?
Okay, they play the Broncos at the Broncos house. I really think the Broncos are gonna win.
Damn.
They play the Chargers. I think, mind you, the Broncos just lost to the Chiefs by a missed field goal. So Sean Payton gonna get them right for that game. They got the Chargers. I think the Chargers got a better head coach. I think the Chargers got a better quarterback. I think the Chargers got a better defense. I think the Chargers win that game. But I
you got Jim Harbaugh over there.
Yeah, look at this. Look at this. The Falcons got to go to Minnesota. They play the Vikings.
That's gonna be a loss.
But Kirk is from Minnesota.
At US Bank Stadium. Skull.
Kirk used to play there.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah. That ain't gonna be no cakewalk because the Vikings playing good up there.
Well, never mind. The Falcons play the Raiders. I think the Falcons gonna win.
That's probably gonna be a win.
The Giants.
Shit.
I think the Giants gonna lose to the Falcons. The last game of the season, the Falcons play the Panthers, and their last game before the last game of the season is the Commanders. I think the Commanders gonna win that. So, shoot.
Yeah, man.
Out of the rest of these games, I really only see them beating the Raiders, the Giants, and the Panthers.
Yeah, I'm looking at it. The way I'm looking at this schedule, Molly. I mean, of course, you just said they're playing the Broncos. That's gonna be a loss. Then they got the bye week, just like we do, and then they got to play the Chargers. That's gonna be a loss. They go up to the Vikings. That's gonna be a loss. And they play the Raiders.
They're gonna pull one of them off. They're gonna have to pull one of them off.
And that's a Monday night game in Las Vegas. That's likely gonna be a win right there because the Raiders ain't shit. And then you got
the Raiders tanking for Shador, I think.
Thank you for something for whoever. Then you got the Giants. That's likely going to be a win right there, and it's in Atlanta. So because the Giants, I mean,
yeah, they garbage.
They terrible.
I think they benching Daniel Jones. I think they're gonna play Tommy.
And you say they play the Commanders in Washington. That's going to be a loss. And they play the Panthers to end the season. That might be a win. So the way you looking at this schedule here, lost
3
to the
wins.
Broncos, lost to the Chargers, lost to the Vikings. That's 3 losses. 1 win to the Raiders, 1 win to the Giants, a loss to the and 4 losses. That's going to be against Washington and probably a win to end the season against Carolina.
But that's
You
4-4.
looking at 4-4 these next 8 games, bro.
And what their record to be? Oh, see, their record still gonna be 10 wins, Jerry. Even if they win 4 games, they'll still have 10 wins. And I don't think we're gonna win 10 games. So that's our only chance.
Let's do our schedule now. Let's see if we could actually.
Man, our schedule, we got the Browns. That's a toss-up. We got the Rams. I think the Rams gonna beat us. We got the Giants. I think we got the Giants. We got the Commanders. I think the Commanders gonna beat us. We got the Packers. I think the Packers gonna beat us. We got the Raiders. I think we gonna beat the Raiders. We got the Bucks.
At Tampa Bay.
But we always beat them in Tampa Bay though. We always do, bro.
Yeah, they always come out swinging.
We ain't winning no damn 10 games.
We ain't winning no 10
well,
games.
Well,
hold on. You said the
we 3-7 right now.
Wait. Hold on, wait. The Falcons, they won 6 games, right?
Yeah, they 6 wins and 4 losses right now.
So I said the rest of the season I see them with 3 wins. So that's 9 wins.
Mm-hmm.
So for us to get 9 wins, we gotta win 6 games.
Yeah, but after looking at that schedule we just talked about, man.
Put on the Raiders, that's 1.
Now,
The Giants, that's 2. The Browns, 3.
Hey,
He's trying to find a way right now.
I'm gonna share this with you. Just because some of these teams they playing that are sorry, but don't be surprised because any given Sunday, anything can happen. I mean, look what happened this past Sunday.
Wouldn't that be crazy if we just go on a run and win a division and Mickey Loomis be looking crazy, talking about some Dennis Allen and Rizzy, and then they got us on track.
Man. And you already know,
bro.
Mickey's
You
gonna
don't
come.
understand the happiness.
You know, Mickey's gonna come with something like,
You're not qualified. You know, Saints win 8 games to try to top it. I mean,
dude,
I mean,
don't. It ain't gonna be no cakewalk with it, man. I'm telling you.
Come on, join in. T
Come
Dirty.
on in, T Dirty. Need hopefully you got that forklift ready, cause I want Mickey out of here, bruh.
Well, let's see the Bucks schedule.
Okay.
the Bucks got an easy schedule, bro.
Nah, because they won a division last year, so they playing the hard teams.
I think they
Unless
already
they
played
played
them.
the hard teams already. They playing all the division winners. All right, they
got
play the
a bye-
Giants. That's gonna be their get right game. They're gonna beat
they
the,
got a bye week this
they
week.
gonna beat the
okay.
sleeves off the Giants.
Oh,
They gonna beat
bro.
the sleeves off the Panthers. They gonna beat
Yeah.
the sleeves off the Raiders. Hold
That's 3-0 right there.
on. The
And
Chargers.
then you got the
that's-
Chargers at their house. That's probably gonna be a lot.
That's a
A
toss-up.
loss.
They
Yeah.
got the Cowboys. They're gonna beat the sleeves off the Cowboys, especially if Dak Prescott not playing.
That's what I'm
Yeah,
saying.
the
They got
Packers.
an easy route.
Exactly.
Yeah, the Bucks already had all they already had all their hard games out the way already.
Mm-hmm.
They already had their hard
Falcons
games.
might
And they just
really-
recently lost to the 49ers.
They got the Panthers again, and then they got us. Yeah, boy, the Bucks fuck around and got the Bucks fuck around and still can win a division over the Falcons.
If the Falcons choke this, that'll be one of the worst choke jobs in NFC South history.
Hold on,
Dude.
how many games the Bucks won?
The Bucks won.
It's 5, 6. I don't
Hold on.
know.
Now the Bucks they are 4-6 right now. They're 4-6 right
The
now.
Bucks fuck around and catch Atlanta. Atlanta bullshit.
Man, any given Sunday, Molly.
Hold on. So the Bucks
Any given Sunday, bro.
hold on. So the Bucks win 4 games. So let's just say the Bucks got to win 9 games to have a chance. So if the
Yeah.
Bucks win 4 games, 5 will be against the Giants. 6 will be against the Panthers. 7 to be against the Raiders.
Mhm.
5, 6, 7. Against the Panthers again. That's 8.
Mhm.
And against the Cowboys, that's 9.
Dude.
The Falcons could fuck around and lose the lead to the Bucks.
That's what I'm saying, man. Like the Bucks got an easy ass way.
Damn. We only one
Molly.
game on the Bucks.
Molly, let me share this with you. Lou know where I'm going with this. Why you think I be bashing Falcon fans every time, especially when they lose? Why you think I be bashing them every time? Because they always talk about us being the original Blue Dats. They created it themselves. You have a lead and then you fuck around and you blow it. I'm like, okay, that's why y'all choke so damn much. Now you understand why I be on you so much.
I ain't gonna lie. When I watch the Bucks game, I be entertained like a motherfucker. I like seeing Baker play, dog. And what they do with the running backs, they got 3 running backs. They got Bucky,
Facts.
they got Rashad, and they got that other dude.
They got
Tucker.
a unit.
What the name? Shepard.
Sean Tucker.
Yeah, Tucker. Yeah, man, I like what they doing with them running backs. Like, man, I wouldn't mind having that offensive coordinator on our staff, boy. What they doing with what he doing with that offense, he making them that team fun to watch. Like every Bucks game when they lose, they still be in it though.
Mhm.
And like they lost both of their receivers, but they still
They
Baker
still
still out
find
there
ways.
scrambling.
No, they
and-
put up a good fight against the 49ers. That was a good game.
yeah, man, they had
And let me say,
fighting
let me
this team.
yeah, and let me share this with you because it almost happened Sunday. It almost happened Sunday when Denver played KC because they were almost this close to give the Chiefs their first loss of the season, but the Chiefs still find ways to stay undefeated. I don't know.
Rabbit out the hat, bro. I can't even do this.
I'm
I'm
telling
literally
you.
like, bro, did
That's
that
why you
just
gotta-
happen?
Dude, that's why you gotta watch them because you never know what's gonna happen next.
Like, I
bruh.
don't want to believe games is rigged, but to have a field goal at the 20-yard, you just know that he's gonna make that field goal if nothing happens.
And that was Lutz, right?
Bro,
Will
That was
Lutz.
Lutz.
that was Will Lutz. Yep.
Yep. Man.
Hey, say this happened, right? Say it comes down to the final game of the season. We not in contention to win a division, but if the Bucks beat us, that means they go to the playoffs instead of the Falcons. But if we win, the Falcons go to the playoffs. Would you want us to purposely lose that game just sort of, or are we always
Hell
thinking
yeah,
Pittsburgh?
because I look at it like this: the Falcons ain't gonna go, and we get a better draft pick. Us winning ain't got shit to do with it.
That is
Yeah.
true. Us winning would just be us winning.
Yeah.
Not really
And
meaning
look what
nothing.
Marty say: if the Falcons and Bucks finish with the same record, the tie goes to Atlanta because Atlanta beat them twice.
Yeah, they did.
Mm.
They did.
So, yeah, man, it's gonna be some shit. Put it like this:
Boy,
I just know it's gonna be
it's
very
gonna be crazy.
like for us. We damn near gotta win out. We
Not even damn near at this point. We do. We do have
damn
to
near gotta win
win.
We
out.
ain't got no choice but to win out.
It ain't no damn near at this point.
The
We
Bucks
done
on
lost
that
7
ass, though,
straight.
boy. The Bucks on hey, I'm looking at their schedule. The Bucks on that ass.
Oh,
The
shit.
Falcons better fuck around and win out. Cause the Bucks, dog, these dudes got the Panthers twice. This man, what the? They got the Panthers
Hey,
twice.
hey, man. Hey.
The Raiders is taking for Shadur.
Mm,
They got
But
the
it's-
Giants. They gonna play Tommy DeVito.
yeah.
Man, dog.
Yep,
You can't
dude.
wait.
But do you what you gonna say, Jerry?
No, go ahead. I was just taking it myself. Go ahead, bro.
No, I was just gonna say, do you still think the Panthers are as bad as we thought they are, like today? Like,
Oh
you
yeah.
still-
Hell yeah.
Bro, they got
beat
2
Dennis
wins in a
Allen
row
garbage
right
ass.
now.
They beat Dennis
Yeah.
Allen garbage ass and they beat the sorry ass Giants.
And I still thank Carolina for that. Cause real talk.
I always think Tom Brady and Bryce Young. Tom Brady
Exactly.
giving us March 28th and Bryce Young for giving us November 4th.
No, Tom Brady took away Man, if it wasn't for Jawan Johnson fumbling
I
that,
was-
bro, we would have been in. Oh my
I,
god.
I was
But I'll never forget March 30th. I mean March 28th. That, as far as I'm concerned, we got 1.5 rings. We got 1.5 Super Bowl ring. That was when the Falcons lost 28-3. That
March
was
28th.
Super Bowl for us.
That's a 328. Let's go.
We got 1.5 rings. I don't give a damn what
I
nobody.
feel like it's harder to lose that game at that point than it is to win. Like, bro, you know
Bro.
how hard you have to. You know how bad you have to play to lose a
Dude.
28-3 lead. That is
Look.
bad, bro.
Dude, let me share this with you. I'm talking about the day of that Super Bowl. Real talk. Falcon fan, which one Falcon fan hit me up before the game started. Said, we got this. Oh, man, we got this. They was up 28-3. Now this is why I be trolling Falcon fans so much. And y'all hear me all the time. All you had to do in the second half was keep your foot on the gas. And you would have won your first Super Bowl. What happened? Good old Tom Brady and the New England Patriots pulled one of the biggest comebacks in Super Bowl history and sent that game to overtime for the first time. And they beat them. That goes to show you right there a true definition of a Falcon. And I say that all the time. When you have a bleed that you're supposed to keep, you got to keep your foot on the gas. But what happened? They fell off and let the Patriots get the best of them. And that was one of the best days of my life. When it was up 28-3, oh man, we are 2 quarters away from winning our first Super Bowl. No, you weren't.
I know they still wake up some days like,
bro.
damn, we lost that.
I'm like,
Still wake up some days thinking about that damn 2011 season with Vernon Davis in the playoffs. And I
Oh
still,
no, don't talk about that. Oh no, don't talk
God.
about that. Oh no.
Ryan Johnson
God.
fumble. I still think about goddamn
That no call.
Jesus.
Oh my
No,
gosh.
no
that no
call.
call.
Molly, please don't remind me of that. That was look.
I don't care what nobody say, boy. We won that no call game. We beating the Patriots, and
I
we
swear,
won that
I
2011 game.
promise you,
That would have been
we
better,
are
but
winning that,
That
Super Bowl.
2011 game, we beating the Giants and we beat the Patriots.
Dude, we would have. Oh my
I
god, we
mean,
would have won.
I ain't
bro.
gonna lie.
I've been
And
saying.
Marcus Williams play with Stephon Diggs.
Chill.
Yeah.
I'm not so
Chill.
sure we'd have beat the Eagles. I'm not so sure we'd beat the Eagles.
Oh no, we would have blew the Eagles the fuck with Nick Foles. We would have blew them the fuck out.
Man,
my
them Eagles was souped up that year. They
We
was,
always beat the Eagles in the playoffs. We always beat them in the playoffs.
and even if we would have beat the Eagles, it'd have been hard to beat the Patriots that year.
Yeah.
But the no call year would have bust their ass. They beat the
Oh my
Rams. The
gosh,
Rangers
we
scored like
would've-
3 points or something like that. That was the most boring
That's
Super Bowls.
bruh, that's why I be saying that January has always been the New Orleans Saints kryptonite, even if when it comes to playoff time. Think about over all these games that were in January. Think about it. May I remind you, Beast Mode 2010,
Chill. Oh my god.
Vernon Davis 2011.
Lou, did you see that 2011 game?
Yes, I was right there. My mom laughed at me. Remember I told you that story?
Who you think will win if they played each other? The 2011 Saints team or the 2018 Saints team?
Oh my gosh! Wow.
Well, that's
2011
that's a
Saints
tough one
team.
right
Did
there.
they have was Mark Ingram on that team yet?
No.
Yeah, because I remember the 2011 team because you had like 4. I think you had 4 running backs.
Yeah, you had a lot of running backs that year.
But you had
Mark Ingram, if he was on that team, he
because you had Thomas, you had
yeah, Pierre was so raw that year. Oh my gosh, bro.
yeah, it was Thomas. I think it was by that time Julius Jones, I think it was, and a young Mark Ingram, and I think we had
Was Ivory on the team, or was that
yeah.
later?
That's the one. I think those are the 4 running backs I remember.
I know
But
for
I just
sure
know
it
we
was
had a
Pierre
No,
Thomas.
it was Bush. It was
Pierre
Bush.
Thomas had got hurt that game.
Yeah,
He had got hurt off the
Bush.
first-
I
the
forgot
first
about
series.
Reggie Bush.
He got knocked out like a helmet to helmet.
Yeah,
It was in the red zone. I think that changed the game.
yeah. So basically, it was Yeah, I remember. That's when they brought in Julius Jones. I remember that. But so originally, it was like Thomas,
Oh, did they have Darren Sproles?
Bush.
I don't think we had Reggie Bush at the time.
No.
I think we had Sproles.
It might have been Darren Sproles because I know Darren Sproles was a heavy
unless it was the next year. I think it was the next year when we got Sproles, because I think he was still playing with the Chargers around that time before he came to us.
Yeah, I forgot.
I think I gotta look that up.
But no,
I
when we had Jimmy Graham, Marcus Colston, bro, that team was so stacked, bro. Oh,
know that offense was.
The defense had
They
Vilma.
they were the real deal, bro. I mean,
the defense was so stacked too, bro. But at the same time,
that defense was just getting takeaways. Like we was giving up yards, but that defense was getting takeaways.
But they was 13-3 though. Like that defense, they.
Oh yeah.
See, we were like 13 in 2011 too. I mean 2018. We had a lot.
I'm taking that 2018 team will forever be my favorite team forever.
The 2018 season had a better defense as far as keeping their weight, keeping down points. But the defense on the 2011 team, they was getting a lot of picks.
I wonder which team had more Pro Bowlers.
The Super Bowl team was getting a lot of picks too.
Like Lou was saying, that team was stacked with.
I can tell you one thing: the 2011 team and the 2018 team have beat the Super Bowl team. They'll bust the Super Bowl team ass.
And you know what's so, bro? How did we? Oh my, that's the saddest part. I know we would have won that game against. I'm just watching that game like, did these niggas score 3 points or am I tripping? Like, there's no way we let them go to the Super Bowl for them to score 3 points, bro.
I mean,
like,
rigged. It was rigged.
I'm looking at this like, dude, what?
Niggas made that call. They just wanted.
Man, look,
they wanted
somebody talked to me about that Super Bowl. He said, "You gonna watch the Super Bowl even though the Saints got screwed?" I said, "Yep." Because what else?
It was hard to watch. Though. I'm gonna be honest. It was hard to watch that Super Bowl knowing my team's supposed to be in it. It was hard.
Yeah,
it was hard.
Look, I always tell people, yes, I'm a Saints fan, but I'm also a football fan. I don't care who wins the Super Bowl. I'm gonna watch the Super Bowl just like everybody else.
I know I'll root for the Patriots.
Anybody?
It was a couple of years where I just hated the Rams. Like it was. I'm pretty over it now. But after that,
that's a fact. It was a
then I just started to say, man, it ain't the Rams. It's the NFL. Like the NFL
exactly.
The Rams. It ain't the Rams.
No,
NFL did they put that call?
They remember the next year they're gonna bring that bullshit. You could challenge the PI, but they never even wanted to over. Man, that was so weak, bro.
Man, look,
they never even wanted to over.
So many ways to get what they want. It's so many ways to get what they want, man. It's crazy.
You would have blew the Patriots out, bro.
Yeah, but it is what it is.
But I ain't gonna keep the stream on too much longer, man. Y'all got any last thoughts before I go hit it on and get ready to wrap things up?
Shit, man. I really feel like, bro, the goal of the season is to win out if you can, but if not, if we lose this game against the Browns, we'll lose out. This next game determines the direction, bro. If we win out. If we lose out. That's what I think.
Okay, so what if we lose, but what if the Falcons and the Bucks lose too? Then what?
God damn! Why would you even put me in this predicament? I mean, then it's the same thing again next week.
Always putting you on the spot, bro.
it's the same thing again next week. Then if we win, we win out. If we lose out, bro.
At 3-8, huh?
That's a damn shame,
man. Shit. well, my last word, Molly and Lou and everybody. We just gotta take it one game at a time. I mean, you think about it, because we haven't won a game since September, since we started 2-0. Every week after week, it's loss after loss after loss after loss until finally you say, you know what? Dennis Allen, get out of here. Rizzo taking over now. And that dude and it wasn't no apologies in that game, in case you're wondering. Because Falcon fans, much as I love I love to talk about him. Oh man, I thought y'all were gonna keep Dennis Allen. Yeah, you thought you were gonna keep out Dennis Allen so he can apologize again. Not this time, bruh. You can't always get what you want, bruh. And that's exactly why we beat them this past Sunday, which I'm very happy about. Because I told the Falcon fan, I said, this ain't the same New Orleans team you faced before. This is a different squad with a different head coach. Because Dennis Allen ain't here no more. Now Rizzo taking over. So you might as well go ahead and settle for that. But on the real, we just gotta take it one game at a time, bruh. That's all it takes. I don't care if we win. I don't care if we lose. Just take it one game at a time, and that's all I got.
All right, man. Thanks y'all for joining on the stream, man. Come and talk with your boy, man. We're gonna see what's gonna happen Sunday, man. But appreciate y'all for coming on the show, man.
Appreciate you, Marley.
Sure, man. I'm out, bro.
All
right. You have a good night.
You too.
All right. Who that?
Hey, man. Shouts out to Lou. Shouts out to Jerry, man. Shouts out to everybody in the comment section. If you like the stream, go ahead on and hit a like and help out the channel with the algorithm. If you haven't been subscribed to the channel and you've been kind of checking me out here and there, if you like what you want, if you like what you hear, go ahead on and hit the subscribe. It'll help out the channel. I pop up in the algorithm more often. But like Jerry said, man, we got to take it one game at a time. Like, I'm not worried about the playoffs until we get into a situation that the playoffs can actually be a real thing. Like, until we start winning a few games and the Bucks and Falcons start losing a few games at the same time, I ain't about to be putting too much stock in the playoffs. Right now, we 3-7. I'm not about to just be hoping for all these things to happen in a scenario for us to make the playoffs. Like, if all that got to happen to make the playoffs, then you don't deserve to go to the playoffs in the first place. That's the way I see it. But somebody say it ain't about how you start, it's how you finish. This the midway point. We just got to finish out strong. But at the end of the day, I really feel like we're in a win-win situation, and we just got to take it one game at a time. If we win, we string together some wins, cool. We can see who we got to be the pillars of this team, to move forward on this team. As of now, we know we got something in a Fuaga. We know we got something in, guys like Kool-Aid. We know, well, we still got to see what we got in Kool-Aid, to be honest, because we haven't really seen much because he haven't really had a chance to get on the field because he either had injuries or, guys that, were injured or were on the team at the time were in this place starting. So, it's certain guys that we got on this team that we could say, okay, we got this guy that's going to be in our next 5-year plan for sure. So we just got to see what other guys that could be in that plan. Like, what do we really got in Kentrell Miller? Like, Jawan Johnson, like, this your last chance. Do we got to go see if we need another tight end or not? Because you hanging on a light thread right now, buddy. We got to see what we got out you before we just go in a different direction and tight end. Me personally, I'm going to go in a different direction right now. But, it's a lot of guys got a chance to make their dreams come true right now with this team. Because if you can't make it on this team, as far as beating out your man to make a roster spot, it's pretty much going to be hard for you to make it on any team, because this is a chance right now and an opportunity to go ahead on and let your name be known. Whether we win or lose, because the tape ain't going to lie. You ain't just playing for a roster spot on this team. You showcasing your talent to 31 other teams. So if you can't make it on this team, then that says a lot about you right now, especially if you're in a certain position group. Right now, like at our receiver, if you can't make it into the top 3, top 4 at the depth chart in this wide receiver room, then that should let you know a lot about where your game at. What Rashid Shaheed hurt and Chris Olave hurt. And us not having a lot of depth behind them in the beginning. Same on the offensive line. Same with the safety room. Defensive line, shoot, we need a pass rusher. Who's going to step up? But yeah, man, I'm really excited for the rest of the year. I'm just so happy that burden off my shoulder with Dennis Allen is gone. I ain't got to be on here complaining no more. I ain't got to be on here crying no more. I ain't got to be on here worried about us losing so we can have a better chance at him being fired. Like, it's one stone. I mean, not one stone. One down, two more to go. Still got it, Mickey Loomis. Once Mickey Loomis go, I think Jeff Ireland and Dennis Lauscher are going to go. I think it's going to be a trifecta effect. I think it's going to be a domino effect with that. And Derek Carr, even if he come back next year, he ain't going to be here for long. Like, he hanging on by a short thread regardless. Derek Carr about to be 34 years old. So we only going to have one more year of him at best. And even if we do have one more year of him, the starting quarterback that we're going to draft, he's going to be waiting in the wings. So I wouldn't be putting too much worry into Derek Carr getting up out of here because it's inevitable. Now, these coaches, these people on the staffs, these people at the top, that's who you really got to focus on because, it ain't no what's they call it? Not Mother Nature, but Father Time. It ain't no Father Time when it comes to them. Right? They could be in these positions for a long time and be real detrimental to the team. But the quarterback, shoot, Father Time gonna catch up eventually, and you just hanging on by a short thread regardless. But yeah, man, this is gonna be a very interesting matchup with the Browns. Like I say, man, whether we win or whether we lose, I really feel like it's a win-win situation. Like, I just want to watch a good football game. I want to watch an entertaining game. I want to see what Clint Kubiak going to do out there with McCoy. I want to see what Kool-Aid got if he plays, if Rico Payton plays. I want to see what he got. I want to see how Alante Taylor bounced back from a bad game. Can Ugo Amadi keep up a good game? I want to see if Pete Werner going to play. That's another guy that, man, this your chance to step up. The Mario Davis, he's on a decline. Like, we going to need you to step up. We might need you to play middle linebacker. Brian Brzee, can you stop the run? We know you can we know you could get a little pass rush going, but can you stop the run? Carl Granderson, can you be consistent? Like, these some questions that I think is going to be interesting to get the answer with. Clint Kubiak, can you adjust? Joe Woods, how you gonna be now that you the full-time play caller for this defense? We seen what you did one week. How you gonna do it next week? Draw up the blitz for Jameis Winston. Kendra Miller, I want to see what he got. Can we get him off of IR? Dallin Holker, everybody been talking about him in the beginning of the season. I kept telling y'all, I'm not gonna let this dude Lucas crawl me. You can hear all this about a player in camp, but once the real game start and those brights get light, nowhere to be found. Same thing about Mason Tipton. They were saying all this about Mason Tipton in camp, all this about Dallin Holker in camp. Where they at now? Nowhere to be found. They on the milk carton. That's why I say they ain't about to get me riled up again. I want to see it done in the real game consistently before I'm on the hype train. But I'm gonna go ahead on the inner stream, man. I'll be having some more content when some more news drop. It's been kind of dead lately, but other than that, shoot, at least we got us a win against Atlanta. I know a lot of people are happy about that. We got Jameis Winston coming back to town. It's going to be a very emotional game for him. I'm pretty sure a lot of fans is going to be giving him a standing ovation. There's no love lost when it comes to Jameis Winston. He got a fan in me. I like Jameis Winston. But this game, shoot, I would like to see the Saints win. Let the chips fall where they may. I know a lot of people want that draft capital. Want that draft position to be at a good position. But at the end of the day, I don't want no quarterback. Like, I wouldn't mind us having, a top 5 pick or just within the top 10 pick. But you know, let the chips fall where they may. Like, as long as we make some good drafts, no matter where we draft, we'll be fine. But I'm gonna go ahead on the inner stream, man. Y'all have a good weekend. Y'all have a good week, and y'all be safe. And sure, we're gonna get this content pushed out, man. Go ahead on and do this little outro, and we'll be good.
Yeah, we living in the spotlight, hit that light. No cap, no filter, we take flight. Saints on the rise, got that energy. Tune in to our podcast, feel that synergy. New Orleans pride, we never fall. Subscribe to the vibes, we bombard. Subscribe, hit that bell, join the hype train. No cap, no filter, we breaking every chain. In the heart of the city, Saints reign supreme. Live the dream, we living it clean. Yo, King Camaro run that play. Crystal Lava flying, making waves every day. Take some heels, switch it up, always on the go. Cam joining the fans, putting on a show. Doing Mario with time, bringing that heat. Shahid's got that speed, can't accept defeat. Subscribe, hit that bell, join the hype train. No cap, no filter, we breaking every chain. In the heart of the city, Saints reign supreme. Live the dream, we living it clean. So stay tuned. Don't miss this ride with the Saints by side, we take pride.